Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Forex Fire Friday weekly vlog. My name is John Docherty, and I am the owner and creator of Forex Fire. Just want to give you all a bit more of an in-depth sort of overlook of what I do, what I've been doing, where I'm heading, what I want to attain, the achievements I've done, the goals I want to get to, and how the week's gone, and what are we doing looking forward in the time to come. Okay, so first of all, if you've not already done so, you can say a little bit more about me with this website on the top. From there, I am documenting my journey and have been for the last 4 years, and the 4 years have been certainly up and down. I've now attained a level of very good consistency where I can now trade from home, but not only trade from home, I'm still documenting my journey, if that makes sense. I'm sort of giving people the bridging gap to help them towards going to where I was and avoid the pitfalls and things like that. What I found over the time of me trading is staying close to others that were in and around what I do, because it just keeps you accountable at the end of the day, because trading can be lonely, trading can be hard, and you will have your downs as well as your ups. And it's when you're down, you really need the people in and around what you do to keep you supported, to drive you, to keep you pushed on. And that's where this sort of brand came into it. My first year, I was really up and down. I wasn't with a group at the time. I was finding it hard, and I fell away from the trading, so to speak. It wasn't until a good friend of mine, Damien, got back in touch with me and told me he seen something in me that I didn't at the time. And he said if I stayed with the structure and the stuff that I was doing, he could see me going and doing a lot more, not just for myself, but also bringing a lot of good and everything else to the other people in and around what we do. So it was from his support, his guidance, and his sort of coaching, if you like, got me to do what I'm doing with this right now and stick with the process. 4 years down the line, I'm now doing it full time from home. I've now structured a nice Discord community area to get you guys involved with that. So that's where I am. That's been my little bit of a journey from the condensed sort of look sort of thing. So what we're going to do, I'm going to head onto the share screen, and we're going to talk about a few things. I'm going to tell you where I'm at, what's happened to me over the last week, since last week, another pitfall. Okay, and again, I'm a no bullshit person. I'm upfront, I'm honest, and I'll tell you what's happened with me, what I'm doing to pick myself and move forward, where I'm heading. And if there's something I can help you avoid falling in the same trap, then that's just a nice big green tick boxed off on what we do. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen and let's have a look. So at the moment, you'll see I'm encoding today's session. That's actually finished now. I'm just waiting for the box on the top here to see it's been done. We might get that while we're on here. So this session here today was the live session that we do. It was a fantastic session. You should be able to see that in my YouTube video further down on here as we move on. This was the chart from today. So basically, guys, this is, excuse me, this is my YouTube channel. We have now officially hit 1,450 subscribers. Now that has been fantastic. That's a milestone in itself. We now need to push towards 1,500. I've now been able to sort of do a membership on here now as well. So if you want to click join and show your support, please do so by doing that. We do it at $2.99 a month to get the badges and the emojis on there, the perks. or you can go the full on join at $8.99 a month, which just goes to help me do the stuff that I'm doing here. It helps me create even more content, get more stuff set up ready to give the value to you guys. So you can do that there. Be greatly appreciated. From there, guys, the Discord, we'll talk about that before we go to what's happened this week. Once you become a fire member, we will be putting you inside of here, okay? And again, guys, all this stuff is absolutely fantastic. It's highly engaging. It keeps people focused. It keeps people structured, okay? We have members charts. We have the challenge chat where people are highly active in here. We've got members trade ideas where people, there we are. So that's successfully, right? So I need to upload that in a second. So I'm highly active in here. We've got members trade ideas, what they're looking at. We all give our thoughts on these. We have results in here as well. Again, fantastic 5% wins. Let's have a look. 5.07 is 6.05, 8.63. This is based upon a 1 minute scalp that I've introduced into the group. Just to give you guys another look. A great week. This is what I done based upon it, and we'll touch base on this in a moment. So Peter's enjoying this. He's doing fantastically well with this as well. It's he's saying it's definitely a good approach. It stops the over trading because we're confining your area of trading on the 1 minute scalp, and it's having a defined trading. It's defining his trading session and keeps him focused. 6% win, 7.5% win, 8% win, 7.4% win, 7% and a 5.4. All on these are all on the 1 minute. 10% win, 4% win, 7%. Absolutely fantastic. So we're crushing it in here, guys. Again, from there, we have the ADR, which is training on the average daily range. And Andy Boland, who's one of my mods in here, and Peter, big up to Peter Curry as well. Peter has just started becoming one of the moderators in my group. He does a lot of engaging on here as well, brings a lot to the table. He likes to follow the US 30 and will be going for his challenge soon. From there, we've got the ADR, which Andy does. This incorporated into this, so we can see what's weak and what is strong, and we can incorporate this into the 1 minute scalp. So as we're getting in and out of these trades, we can see what's currently the strongest and what is the weakest. So we can see, not just from any pullbacks and things like that, we can help with an identification of the current market condition combined with structure, if that makes sense. And this helps us sort of get the confluence to say, yes, we're confident in getting in on this. Yes, the stop losses are only 2 and 3 pips at a time, but yes, the price is going to drive through and get to our TP based upon not just market structure, but we have the extra confluence with the weakness and the strength of this little beauty here, okay? From there, guys, again, we have all the training. We've got video training, they're broken down, structure, modules, all done. That is on the bankers. I've got supply and demand. I'm teaching you the order blocks, the supply and demand areas. This can be factored in with the smart money, okay? So you're learning smart money and how it works, but on top of that, I'm showing you how you can incorporate and condense your charts down to supply and demand areas. And then I went on to a more advanced sort of thing with regards to smart money, supply and demand. Module 3 that we go heavily into is the video training for what we call the Forex fire 1 minute scalp on the charts with the insane pip entries, because we are learning new smart money with liquidity and breaking structures and things like that. We are learning new supply and demand areas, and now we can incorporate a 1 minute chart because price is the same, okay? Get this, we need to get the mindset going. Price is the same, whether it's a 1 minute, 15 minute, half an hour, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. Price is the same on every single time frame. The only difference is, as you were chopping down that tree and you're dissecting everything, okay, time is fractal. So you'll have a more refined area of entries and take profits and stop losses, okay? Yes, you may get stopped out a little bit more on the refinement of your price, but price is price. End of. You don't need, but indicators are good to a certain extent, but there's so much out there that is just trying to keep you tied into seeing you need a tool, you need this, like you pay for the software, you pay for the tools. You really don't need to get involved with any of that. What we are doing on here, and you've seen the proofs in the pudding, I've shown you the results that the guys are having. They're having fantastic results, and I'm going to go on to something else in a moment, show you even more. So you've got modules 1, which is the bankers, the 2 is supply and demand. We've got Forex Fire, the scalper. As you're coming down in your sessions, we're going to build your confidence, your consistency, and then your profitability. And on top of that, guys, I do homework sessions. So each module, we have a homework session as well. And this gets marked up from myself or one of the mods. We just simply go in here, and as you are putting your homework submitted with the charts, we'll come in and mark it with a fire emoji, or we'll mark it with a thumbs up, okay? And again, guys, going back on these things, you can see very engaging. A lot of people in here. Let's just take a look at this at 1.85 or 178, at a 2.08 again, all being one. We'll have a look at this one, 2.12 or 1.5, a loss, a 2.45, a loss, and then a 4.3. So 7 trades, 4 wins, 2 losses, 1 break even, a growth of 8.2. Now, percentage-wise, growth of 8%. Let me stress that's a 1 minute chart. That's I do believe this is Peter. He's used the US 30. Even on the 1 minute chart, he's using this technique that I've shown in the group. He's grown an account by 8% within his allotted trading time, which I'm getting everybody to do with 2-hour segments and use this method and use a strategy. And it's absolutely killing it. And people are crushing it, as we have on the bottom of here. It's fantastic stuff. So that's the Discord. We're going to go on to the FTMO and how I'm doing it in a moment. So that's the general sort of stuff that we're doing, what we've got within the group, what we do. If I go into the Excel sheets, which I've been documenting based upon this scalper at the moment, and we'll run through a few things, okay? Let's take a look. Right, so we've got this running. We've been running this from the 13th up until today, okay, the 24th. So we've got on the 13th when I started doing this, and it's based upon one solitary pair. Got to get this across. One solitary pair, and don't worry, we'll go on to the FTMO and then something else about fidel crest at the end. So you might want to stay on to the end of this. First year, 3.86 growth. One pair, 2-hour session. The 2-hour session that we give ourselves, you've got to be at the chart. You can't be distracted, okay? You don't have to see the 2 hours out. As soon as you're happy with the growth that you've got within that allotted time, you just stop your trading for the day, okay? From there, guys, within that allotted 2 hours, based upon the strategy, the method, the style, and the approach that I've given these guys, you should quite easily and quite confidently find between 1 and 3 trades. Why I do this is, number 1, it's giving you a focus. Number 2, it's telling you when to start and when to shut off. And you've got to stick to that. You stick to that, you are not going to do, or you're not going to risk any more than 3% of an account a day, okay? Number 4, it keeps you structured within a 1, 2, or 3 trades a day. And you'll see on here, first day I had was a 3.86, a 4.62, a 1.07, a 2.24. we had a 2% going into week 2. We had a 2.72. We had a 0.03. Let's just take a look at that. That's actually wrong on that. So that there should be 0.03%. I might have to work this out as we go along. I had my first loss the other day at 1%. I got that back the day after with 2.5%. And that was today. We got that back. We've got 2.5%. Going into week 3, I've got a hospital appointment and I'm getting some electrical work done at home. So next Monday and Tuesday, I can't do any training on Monday and Tuesday of next week. So that's where I'm at the moment, guys. How, one, I'm helping the community that we've got with regards to this here. 2, what I'm doing personally and putting it into practice, what I'm doing, okay? Structure-wise, I'm not putting this onto my, what we call the funded challenges as such. I've not done that at this moment because I am in the middle of doing an FTMO at the moment, and I'm doing the smart money strategy with that at this time. But that's where I'm at with regards to helping the community, having people structured, giving them their homework sessions to do, what they're applying, how they are doing themselves. And we're seeing some really good confidence and consistency being grown with this. From there, guys, I just want to talk a little bit about Fidel Crest for 2 seconds. Just going to stop the share and get my handsome face a bit bigger. So, Fidel Crest, sneaky that they are, and they know I've got a following and an audience on here, and I'm going to bring something up and bring it to light with Fidel Crest, okay? I went through a challenge with them. And that challenge was you had to hit 5%, okay? You had to hit 5%, and then they put you onto a professional account. You attain another 5%. Once you attain that second 5%, you got paid half of the profits of that balance, okay? But then they put you onto a fully fledged, fully funded account, and then split as 70-30, okay? Now, this is where they got rather sneaky, I've got to say it. So I went through the whole process and I flew through it, okay? Now, first stage, I passed it within the first trade, but again, you have to do a 10-day trading. You've got to do 10 days of trading, and the 10 days of trading has got to be out of the 30, okay? So I went through the first stage, was told passed it, which was fantastic. It was over the knot. Documented this from start to finish if you go back on my other YouTube videos. From there, they could put me onto a second stage verification. I passed that, okay? Now, when it came to the end of the payout, they would not pay me out, okay? Now, let's just delve a little bit deeper with this. Once we were in the second stage verification, I would only ever risk 1 or 2 trades a day. You've seen the structured approach that I do, okay? However, when they put you from stage 1 to stage 2, they leave in the small print lot sizes. And even though you've got a minimum drawdown or a maximum drawdown you can go into, I was nowhere near like sort of eating into that maximum drawdown. The maximum drawdown was around about 5%. I barely touched 1% drawdown. I barely touched 1% drawdown, okay? Now, from first stage to second stage, they changed the game without telling you, but it's in the very, 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 very small print. They want you to only trade on a lot size of a certain lot size, because this was a free account for me, to be fair. It was based upon a 5K, and as long as I documented what I was doing, they wanted me to trade with a 0.3 to a 0.6. Now, I'll say that again. Every trade I have to take had to be between a 0.3 and a 0.6, Okay. Now, bearing in mind, throughout the whole of that process, I was very consistent. I only was really in drawdown on one of the days on the second stage verification. Okay. And the maximum I put on a trade was a 0.9. Okay. So I never went into the whole drawdown. I barely did a less than 1% drawdown. But because I put a 0.9 lot size, they invalidated the account. That is very sneaky, simply because if that is the parameters of stage 2, that should be set as stage 1 as well. So they changed the game and the rules and regulations. So if you are going to get involved with your prop firms, make sure you look at anything that's on an agreement wise between stage 1 and stage 2. That's just a top tip with that at the moment. And now we're going to go on to ftmo. Okay, guys, let's just ftmo this up. Again, my handsome face. Right. Client area. Right, so what I want to do, I'm going to go into what happened over the span of the other week. So, ftmo, fantastic growth. I was over the knot. We come into the last few days. I got in on a trade on a gold and it tanked. Like a wet fish, get big trout smacked across the face. I was absolutely gutted. So I had a couple of days to get back into the game. I had to get to 2,500. I wasn't going to risk any more than what I was supposed to. Unfortunately, I ended 340 pound off from actually hitting the profit target. Absolutely, I was absolutely mortified, absolutely gutted. Again, mindset, keep it strong. Look at the positive side of it. I get a rerun. Okay, I've got my consistency there. I get a rerun, so we go back to the client area. This is where I'm at the moment. However, I've hit my first trade and I'm down. I'm down by 334, still within the parameter. If we go back to where we are with the fund and talent, going back in July, I was one trade away from losing that. I mean, I've got confidence that I'm going to bring this back up again. It's just a small blip. It's the first trade that went out the way. I'm not worrying too much. I may leave this until Monday or Tuesday. In fact, I can't do Monday and Tuesday trade next week simply because I've got a hospital appointment, and then we're getting some can't trade Tuesday at all because we're getting some electrical work done in the house, and I'm not trading from my phone. That's where we are with ftmo, though. Okay, these guys seem to be the ones to be with at the moment. To be fair, fidel, crest, I found very, very, very sneaky, to be honest, and I'm very annoyed with the approach on what they've done and how they cancel that account out. However, still a full-time trader, still working from home, still doing this, and I still continue to document this, and that will never, never change. I just hope that what I do is giving you value. It's giving you how the struggle is real, because there is too much crap. There's too much crap out there at the moment that is saying, join this, we've got this educator, we've got that, we have this software, we've got an exclusive, we'll let you in on this group for whatever day trial. Cut that crap out, just cut it out. What I do on a day-to-day basis, you don't even have to come and join me, just watch what I do from afar. I've got plenty of people sitting on the fence watching what I do, but my journey is the raw, honest, real, no bullshit approach. And I will continue to do what I do on a day-to-day basis with the videos for my Discord guys, for my Discord family. I will continue to do these Forex Fire Friday weekly vlogs, because I know somewhere out there, someone is either taking a little bit of inspiration from the sort of stuff that I'm going through, a little bit of motivation. Some people might not like what I'm doing, but again, that's that's their prerogative. You don't like it, you just switch off, go follow somebody else. But there is always someone out there that is watching you from afar. And if I can make a change in somebody's direction, in somebody's life, and somebody's approach to what they're doing and trying to get involved with Forex, and it helps them, I'm here for them. I'll do what I can, where I can, and how I can to help those people. Okay, so that's been my Forex Fire Friday weekly vlog for this week. A little bit more in depth on the approach on how I'm helping people, how they are doing. You've seen it within the Discord. The percentages is that they're growing, and the percentages that you've seen on that is not just on a weekly or a monthly. That's on a session on a day basis. 7 to 8% growing daily. I've shown you the Excel sheet of where I'm at the moment with that strategy. Showed you what's happened with the Fidel crest that I had passed, but they sticked it to me. Again, don't worry, I just pick myself up and move on. They'll just notice, they'll know when they see this that it's going out to thousands of people, just to be wary of them being a very, very sneaky company, to be fair. And then my approach to the FTMO. So again, guys, my name has been John Docherty, Mr. Forex Fire. Please, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell on YouTube, hit the subscribe. And if I'm giving you any value whatsoever and you want to support what I do within my journey, it doesn't just support what I do, it supports each and every one of these people that's involved with this stuff here. The more support we have, the more things we can bring to the group, the more sort of stuff we can do there. And again, I do really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Keep the fire burning and then hit that join button right now, guys. See you later.